Hello and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic Chapter 2, Brilliant Thunder. We are here where I left off last time, except I had an idea. I had quite a stupid idea, but I think it might be fun. So, there's a vehicle here that you haven't seen before. I built this thing. The front looks a bit silly. I don't know, I might change this when I get some more lights, but I don't have many lights unlocked. As you can see, it's a bit like the one over there, except this one has a bit bigger bed. It can fit 2 crates across and 4 back. Obviously I could stack them if I wanted to, but it's not the most stable. Obviously it's got 8 wheels. It's not actually an 8x8. It's actually only an 8x6 or 6x8, whichever way round it goes, because these ones aren't powered for fuel efficiency reasons, because it's not very efficient anyway. But as you can see, the back is filled with chests. And what is in these chests is what may look like loads and loads of random junk. Because what I've done is I've gone around the map and I've collected what I think is every single builder quest. Now, unfortunately, there was one I'd done already. I had already done Homage by the Walkers like a week ago, before I came up with this idea. But the idea is to do at least all the rest of them in one go. So there's 19 we need to do. And in the back of this, I have all but one of the pieces I need to do every single one of them. I think I've probably miscounted something somewhere, but there is one piece that I am missing, and that is the large pipe join. I haven't seen one of them, I haven't been able to scan it, and thus I cannot make it. The only large pipe I have is the long one. I don't have any of the others, so I'm going to need to get that schematic. Now, I'm pretty sure there are some in warehouses. However, I don't actually know whether I can deconstruct warehouses. I would assume that once I've beaten the warehouse, other than the first one that we blew up, I mean, you didn't see that, I did that before I decided to actually record, but there was the one with there's one that we went to, and it had the trash put on top, and it was an interesting boss fight that didn't feel particularly scrap mechanic-y, but was kind of cool. And then we blew the warehouse up. I can't go back into that one, but I have a feeling that other warehouses, if I were to beat them, I would be able to loot their stuff. However, that would involve going and raiding an entire warehouse, beating the warehouse, unlocking it if I can, and then nicking all the stuff. And I don't even know if that's how it works. So I don't particularly want to go and fight an entire warehouse full of tape bots on the off chance that I might be able to get a large pipe join. So the other option I have is to go and scan some of these, because I now have 125 of them, and this might take a while, but there's only so many pieces, there's only so many random parts I don't have. I found a few more in a random ruin not long ago, hence why I have a few I haven't looked at. I actually nicked them from outside the first warehouse as well. Obviously, a lot of these are going to be things that I haven't unlocked yet, like that looks suspiciously like the other spud gun, that's that turret gyro seat thing. Some of these I can definitely tell are not decorational stuff, they are things that I actually will unlock in the rest of the game, but there is still quite a few parts that I don't have, and maybe I won't scan every single one of these. Maybe I will leave, say, 25 behind and go scan 100 of them, and we'll see if we get lucky. So I'm going to run over to the schematic bot. I won't try and film me scanning all of them, because it's really boring actually, and the UI, like the notification pop-up thing at the top that tells you what you unlocked, sort of is slower than the scanning, so it ends up getting behind, which is quite funny, but also makes it a bit less sort of satisfying to do. So we have 100 schematics to unlock. I hear a paybot somewhere. It's not here. Essentially I have to sit here and go and drag that in, and wait, and go unlock and get a scaffold pallet ramp, and then do it again. So give me like 2 hours, I'm going to make a macro to do this for me. So I have set this running. I'm not pressing anything, I have a program I can just easily set up to control my mouse. So it is just clicking, unclicking at the right place, pressing the unlock button. Oh, it missed that time. Don't know why it didn't pick it up that time. It just misclicked, I guess. We are getting some things. I swear I've seen that. I just saw it unlock the wooden cable spool. I swear I have seen that in structures. I am a fool for not having got that already. So the last couple of schematic boxes are going in. There we go. That's it. That's done. It's still going. It'll probably be still going, telling me what I've unlocked for some time. So we're going to head back to the base and have a look what we've got, because I have not been paying all that much attention. You know, went downstairs, bit on the washing, came back up, still going. So, you know, I don't know what we've got. We'll have a look in the graph, but it'll tell me. I was half expecting it to still be going by the time I got back, but no, it has caught up. And let's go see if we've got the random part that we were hoping to get, because there's quite a few. So let's have a look. We do. We have the large pipe joint. I'm going to craft one of those now so I don't forget. Then we have the other large pipe short, so we're only missing the corner, mop, bathroom door, plunger, warehouse sink, shelf, staircase step, staircase ramp. Oh, ventilation grid. I like that. This is very good for car grills and like lorry grills more than like van grills rather than cars. But yeah, net fence, support pillar stand, large warehouse ramps, ventilation fence, square window. That gives me all the windows, or all of the old style windows. Some of the generators. Which ones have we got? We got B, D, and E. Okay, so we are missing some of them. A couple more pot plants, a sink, mannequin boot and hand, carpet roll, carpet spool holder, a bunch of boxes, bin, kitchen counter. That's new. I will have to let's craft one of those to see if it does anything. Just because I've never seen that before. A bunch of signs, a bunch of like warehouse signs, banner holder, billboard, bucket, one of the hay bale things, crane hook, crane loading floor, crane panel, crane top, fan blade to go with the fan blade cap that I had already, metal storage lamp. Those ones are kind of useless, they don't actually work as a light. Some more metal storage bits, water dispenser, office table B, no office table A though, however I would live without office table A. Warehouse ventilation bits. I don't know if I'm missing any of those. I think so. I think there's one that I'm missing. I don't know off the top of my head. Large pipe mount, small pipes, humidifier and condenser, couple of giant pipe bits. Unfortunately, not the normal straight bit or the corner. It's a bit annoying. Giant pipe bracer bit, some concrete bits, scaffolding stuff, scaffold pipe ramp, the sound isolations, license plate. Good. Really important. Warehouse brick lamp, ship blinds, ship ventilation, net frame hats. I don't remember seeing that before. Wooden cable spool, frame beam light, warehouse skylight. I do like these. These are one of my favourite lights. Warehouse spotlight, warehouse wall light, warehouse fluorescent light, ship light. That is good. I am really glad that I have unlocked a selection of lights because I was really short on lights. The windows with blinds and curtains. A square window. I have not seen that one before. And the targets. And that leaves us with still quite a few, to be honest. Yeah. There's still about 150 schematics I don't have, but I don't know how many of those I could unlock with schematic boxes. So, who knows? The important thing is I have a kitchen counter. Yeah, it has 2 storage slots. Oh well. Looks cool. Maybe I'll build a kitchen at some point. Is there any other kitchen pieces? Not that I have unlocked. There may well be other stuff that I don't have unlocked, but obviously now we have a large pipe T. Now I just have to work out where it's going. Because the thing is absolutely ridiculously bad at fuel consumption for some reason. I thought that light has nothing to do with it. I've got a bunch of extra fuel just in a cab with me. So hopefully we don't run out. And for some reason the rear wheels constantly make clanging noises. It's just because the weight and things means that they are constantly trying to push forward and crashing into each other and the wheel arches, which is not ideal. It's just a bit annoying to listen to. It doesn't seem to have much functional impact. So our first builder quest should be up here. I think this is a fairly easy one. So this one just wants 832 cardboard. So in one of these chests somewhere I have, perfect, 832 cardboard. And let's get to work. We're just building a massive block of cardboard. And there you go, your weirdly shaped blob of cardboard. What have you got for me? That one complete. What is our reward? A bonsai tree. Okay, kind of cool. And a flytrap plant. Those honestly look quite cool. We will have to go and check out all of our rewards back at base afterwards. Now I need to figure out which one's next. Like the kilometre that way. So, off we head. Off-road. Again, this thing isn't the biggest fan of off-road. It's a bit too bulky really, but it'll do it. Not very good at just crushing bots. Sometimes it actually goes straight over the tote bots, but A-bots just immediately get destroyed when it drives into them. I don't know what the rewards for any of these are going to be. I am intentionally not finding that information out. I had gone on sort of a map just so I know which one is the next one to go to, otherwise I'll just have to go through every single one each time and be like, is it this one? No, that one's this far away, and this one's this far away, and this one's slightly closer, and that one's slightly further. And that sounds like an absolute nightmare to deal with, so I'm just going to look at a map, but I am intentionally avoiding finding out what the rewards are, because where is the fun in that? So, we are on just a point in a cage, that's literally just some metal. Well, that took all about 30 seconds. Let's see what we get for this one. We get a tote bot that now wants to kill us. You missed. Why do you have so much health? What? I mean, getting a bunch of tote bot statues, they're kind of cool. And all it drop is oil. I don't need oil. I have a machine that automatically gets me quite a lot of the stuff. So, thanks. However, cute little tote bot statues, I guess. Now we arrive at Heart of Corn, which is fairly self-explanatory. It is a heart of corn. Put all this down. Why do we start with that one? I have to hold Y the whole time to force build. That's a bit annoying. There we go. Another fairly simple one. A bit tedious. And what do we get? Ivy pipe. Ooh. Ivy pipe bend. Those look pretty cool. Ivy pipe tea. We're getting the ivy pipe set, I guess. Didn't know it was a thing. Lattice panel. Also quite pretty. That's not too bad. Here is the next one. We have a farmer trapped in a cage. And you want scrap. What do we need? 444 scrap. I should probably get rid of the empty ones, so that I don't have to search through them every time. We're going to have one chest here that contains all the other chests. That's probably easier. And now we go build a crowbar. And there we go. There's a crowbar. Ducky backpack. Okay. Interesting. Why did he give me that before telling me the side quest was complete? And now give me the other rewards. Oh, a safe. That looks cool. Can we take you to the trader? No, we can't. How disappointing. We're now at what appears to be one of the more complicated ones. I'm also, again, not sure I can get to it with this thing. Let's see if I can. You just, like, send it and hope it doesn't set on fire. The tree has a hitbox. I know fire is now a thing in the game, so I am now worried about setting it on fire. I don't know whether the fire in these biomes is purely decorational, or whether there is a risk that I actually set my vehicle on fire. I don't have any fire extinguishers with me, so that would be a problem. This one looks a bit more complicated. What do we need for it? Okay, we now have a catapult, and the scrapper won't shut up. I mean, I guess it kind of works like that. Yeah, does actually kind of work. That's quite cool. And you give me the scrapper shoes. The scrapper gave me the scrapper shoes the scrapper is not wearing. Nice. And the recipe for the anvil. I wondered, I have an anvil, I got it from a grow lab, and I was like, how on earth do I have something I don't have the recipe for? And it doesn't seem to have a recipe. I guess it does have a recipe, it's just obviously a quest reward rather than a schematic bot one. This one is oddly positioned. Why is it up on top of a pillar? There you go. Have your glockenspiel. Like you did with the painting. It's interesting that you don't have to paint it, they just kind of paint it themselves. And I wonder what we get. It's not a synth. Ooh. I wonder if that actually has any useful functionality. I guess a computer probably doesn't, you know, function as a real computer in this game. So, slightly conveniently, this one is in a desert. And deserts have annoying dumpy robots that are really quite destructive. So we're going to try and park as close to it as possible and hope that they just don't come and bother us. Otherwise I'll just have to shoot them. Well, apparently these two were in the wrong thing. I don't quite know where they're meant to be, but they weren't meant to be in that one. That was also one of the most painful build processes because it's too tall. And that gives me more of the scrapper outfit. Oh, he's literally giving it to me because he no longer has the trousers. Ah, the 8 of these were meant to be in with that one. That's a lot of parts. And the next one is also the ever-demanding scrapper. Now you want me to make a carousel? You're the scrapper, why don't you just build it yourself? As vaguely cool as this may be, you know, the effort that it has taken to make is not necessarily worth it because it's a bit slow. But can I actually change it? Oh, I can't make it a bit faster. How disappointing. And there's the scrap jacket. He's actually just going to run up clothes. And yeah, that was multi-painful to make. Quite a tedious one. And we got like a beach ball. Sure. Oh, it's funny when it's stuck in a tree there. Whoops. Thankfully, this one doesn't look like it's being after by the scrapper. This is a giant bee. And there you go. Have your range bee thing that we can go up in and look out the slightly fuzzy window of. But there is actually quite a lot of honeycomb, I was noticed here. I might as well nuke the honeycomb while I'm here. And the rewards are more statues. That's cool. A ship statue. This one looks very simple. We just need 4 inventory slots worth of stuff. Very cheap. There we go. That was quick. I got a Scrap Mechanic logo plaque. A wire wheel. Ooh. Windshield. I was wondering how I'd unlock those. Where is this? Car front panel. Car back panel. We're getting a bunch of car parts. Car bumper. Damn. These are all new things. More mirrors. Oh wow, okay. That's a lot of stuff. Don't really know what I need to use all those for. I don't particularly want to build a car that looks like that kind of car in Scrap Mechanic. Particularly in survival, doesn't seem like necessarily the best idea, but I guess we have those bits now if we want to use them. The mirrors are probably by far the most useful out of that list. Perhaps the wheels, depending on how big they are. I assume they're just normal sized wheels. We will see though. Oh, we're passing the hay maze, which is it has forgotten that it's supposed to be full of hay bots. It started off full of hay bots when I came past it the first time. It is no longer not hay bots. It was full of farm bots, and now it's not full of farm bots. I wonder if they despawned. That would be quite funny. Save me having to destroy them because there's an achievement for getting to the middle of it. And probably a reward. I can't help but notice that this compass seems to have the same arrows on all sides. Um, it doesn't exactly tell you which way is which. Can I spin it? I can spin it. But like, they're not labelled north, east, south, and west. They're just all labelled up. So it's so useless. And we get some shoes. So it appears to be that there's a couple of outfit sets that we get from this, plus a bunch of random blueprints. Not blueprints, schematics. I keep wanting to call them blueprints. I don't know why I'm calling them blueprints. They're schematics because, like, blueprints are already a thing. Oh, now if I remember rightly, this one is an absolute nightmare. For some inconceivable reason, this one is on the top of a very tall rock thing. I have no idea why. So this one requires all of the plant stuff. There's a lot of plants we have to make. I had to go get so much soil because each one requires soil. So I needed to get a ridiculous amount of soil just to make all these plants. Place that all the way up there. Jump up here. Place that. Can I remove the scrap seat? Yeah, the lift is now just kind of floating on nothing. Up we go. Up we go again. Oh, there's a overhang there. Well, that was definitely a far better route than I took the first time. Oh, I fell off the rock. I just wanted to check if my vehicle was okay and not being attacked, and I slipped off. Fortunately, I have the fall damage reduction buff, so that didn't, you know, instantly kill me, but still mildly inconvenient. Well, apparently I miscounted and actually had 12 more sand than I needed, but this hopefully will have some good reward, because this was the most expensive one yet, and also tedious to build. And all we get is some stupid looking trousers. Well, shorts, really, by the looks of it. Come on. A broken fountain? Is that it? Is that all you're going to give me? Useless. Oh, okay, the hitboxing on the cliff is really wonky, that's why I fell down the first time. Well, I'm glad I have my full prevention thing. What do they actually call it? It is just called full protection. Yeah, absolute lifesaver there. There is a bed on this thing. I think I have slept in it recently. Let me just actually double check that, to be honest. Should probably just make sure that that is my respawn point and not the other vehicle that is at home. This bit is slightly scary. We are in a forest, quite far away from home, and I don't trust that there's not about to be a farm bot hiding around the corner. So hopefully we survive. I am really beginning to hate this stupid scrapper. His voice is really annoying, and his quests are absurd. It's like, what are you making me build? What is this? This is an absolute just liability. That thing is going to just kill me, because two of the bearings, I mean, they don't show up now, but it's only powered the one there and the one on the saw plate. The rest of them are just loose and free spinning. What is a strange and inefficient design? I mean, it's hitting trees sometimes. It might take a while. Oh, they gave you your gloves, in which case we may have 2 more after that to get the full scrapper out there. And a bottle garden. That's quite cute. Here we have the scrapper again. And this time you want a bunch of stuff. There is a lot of stuff in this one. My inventory is very full. Let's just try and organise this a bit. I have a variety of things on my hotbar. and my car is going to sink into the river. It just is. That's just how this works. This is scrap mechanic. Obviously, that's going to happen. You know, this may also be in competition for the worst one. Mostly just because every time I'm down this end of the bridge building and I come back up this end, Discover shouts at me again, and I actually just hate him. He is so infuriating. His voice is so annoying, and he is building such a pointless bridge because there's a massive gap here anyway. Also, could just drive around. It's like no distance at all. Alright, there we go. That's your slightly pointless bridge. Oh, okay. He was going to add magic stuff that I don't have access to connect it. Fair enough, I guess. Please give me something better than your hat. The backpack. I mean, I guess it looks slightly better than your hat, at least. And of course, I need to now rescue this from the river. Now, I am going to be quite wary of these kind of forests. I'm going to go around them rather than through them, because this thing is very bulky, and I don't trust that there aren't going to be farm bots lurking around, because we are right in the back corner of the map. You can probably actually see the new mining island over there somewhere. So this is not the safest place to be. I have seen farm bots just standing around in the wilderness in these parts, so I don't want to get caught by one. And this one wants me to build an entire house. That's a lot of stuff. And this is going to slide away, so please don't. That will hopefully stop it from, sliding all the way down the hill by the time I get back. This one has also taken quite a while. Almost done now, just putting in the doors, and then the roof bits are on bearings. So they rotate down, and then you don't have the massive gap here. Probably will look alright. Let's see how it looks. Should be quite a nice house. There we go. Thank you. Took quite a while to build, but at least it looks good. And we get the duck hat and a table lamp and a bowl. Right, we have Scrapper again, hopefully for the last time. And now you want some random topot heads. Sure. Well, this is certainly the weirdest one yet. I don't know, the machine that makes noise. Except I can't actually hear any of them. There we go, there is the scrap hat. And a lava lamp. Okay. So there's a bunch of sensors on here, each one then triggers one of these, except I can't hear them. I have never seen this style before other than in this place. Obviously I've been here before to grab the mission itself, but this does appear to be a new tile, or at least one that I had never actually bumped into before. It has this here, which I decided to disassemble. I nicked one of the dishes off it, and one of the long pipes, because I was missing the schematics for them. So, kind of needed the dish for one of the other missions. So there's a whole lot of concrete in here that you can't see. It's made solid concrete with a layer of metal on the outside, and you can't see any of the concrete. It's just literally just a waste of a bunch of concrete. Oh, that only tells me how much I need left. That's annoying. Yeah, it required 798 concrete, and of that only 132 of it isn't currently hidden within that. And there we go. I mean, it's not a bad recreation of the hammer. I think the angle here is perhaps a little bit too extreme. But yeah, I can't really... I can look at it better here. Oh, the handle's not too bad. These bits may be a little bit too big, but I don't think you can particularly pick this up. It's very heavy. There's the gloves, the duck outfit, and do I get something else as well for my time? A bowling ball. Wow. And a pin. Specifically a bowling pin, really. This one is actually up on top of a fairly unique looking structure. Obviously the structure has this on it, but I haven't seen a structure with this extra side bit at all either. Right, now we need to build a massive revival baguette. It is interesting how a number of them are, let's build a giant relevant thing, like let's build a massive key, let's build a massive crowbar, let's build a massive hammer. Like, obviously, the massive key does not in fact fit in the lock. In fact, I don't think the cages don't actually have a lock to begin with. And there we go. Looks a lot better painted. You know, the plastic was just blue, it looked a bit silly. And that gets us the jacket of the duck set. And a gas stove. And here we are, at the last one. It really doesn't look too complicated, honestly. There we go. There is the popcorn maker, full of electric corn. And for some reason there's cardboard underneath it you can't see. And hopefully this will be the last one. I believe there's a theme achievement that I will get that will tell me. There we go. Steam achievement, complete all builder quests. And I get a picture of a walk. Wow. Lovely. So, my thoughts on build quests, having done all of them. Some of them are quite cool. Some of them seem like an absolute waste of resources. And none of them have particularly good rewards. I mean, we'll see how those wheels work. I fell over. Can this thing right itself? No, it can't. But yeah, there were those wheels and various other vaguely useful building parts. But a lot of it is just random parts I'm not sure I'm ever going to use, really. We will see in future, but it's not like it gives you anything of particular significance to gameplay. So here we are, home again, and we used a couple of stacks of fuel. Did not need to bring quite that much with me. I've also run out of storage space in the chests that I'm trying to put the storage in, so you know, I'm just going to shove another chest somewhere in this mess. Next episode may be the moving house episode, because I'm getting tired of living in a stack of storage in a field. So let's go back to the craft bot and see what we have now. We have wire wheels, which are more expensive than big wheels. Let's craft one and see what it looks like. Other things we have are apparently all at the bottom of the list. A safe, presumably has some inventory space. Incredibly high durability and incredibly heavy. A synth used to play a tune. Computer, no description, probably does nothing. Gas stove, who knows? Again, probably just lights up. Table lamp, kitchen pot, lava lamp, walk picture, coffee pot, mirrors, bowl, pin, bowl, anvil. Again, incredibly heavy. Car, panels, windshield, incredibly buoyant beach ball. That might be useful. Farm bot statue, male, female mechanic statue, maintenance ship statue, all the tote bot statues, gold, platinum pairing. A low rider plaque, a fountain. No, it's not a broken fountain, it's just a really weird fountain. Bonsai tree, fly trap, lattice, and the ivy pipes. Well, there's not a huge amount left that I need to collect, to be honest. There's still over 100 more schematics I don't have, but that's honestly not absurd. We've got down to here on the scroll bar of stuff that I know, and well, I have somewhere in my mess 25, so if I get, you know, probably 50 more, that will probably actually be all the stuff that I can, because obviously these are things that I won't be able to unlock through schematics and like crafting for what looks like component kits and glow sticks and sunshakes by the look of it. Is obviously not stuff that I'm going to get as a schematic, so there's a chunk of this that is not going to be unlocked through such means, and also what looks like other types of wheels maybe. Obviously they're going to be quest locked, so you know, there's probably a decent chunk of this that is quest locked. I just want to have all the schematics essentially. Obviously I will also need to get on with the main quest, and I would also like to sort out the base. I am thinking of moving it somewhere else. I have been doing a bit of research by driving around the map as to where I want to move it to, because obviously you can't see the map, there is no map in game. It's 5.6 kilometers to the current main objective, and that is the bridge to the mining island, and having to drive, well, over 6 kilometers, because the roads don't go straight. It's probably 7 or 8 kilometers at least, if not more, to get there. Every time I want to go to a mining island would probably be a bit inconvenient, so I have a site that I've been eyeing up that is more over the other side of the map, closer to Scrap City than to the trader. That is a problem for another time. And why are you so stupid? They always run into the back of things. Like sometimes they run into this, and then it's this, because physics is unhappy, and it's just like absolute jump scare out of nowhere. I start hearing this loud clanging noise. I can't lie, I am really curious about the safe. I might just make a safe for the fun of it. I can also take my totebot heads that I happen to have lying around and make a synth just to see what it does. Oh, I am very low on metal. I forgot that I did kind of spend all my resources on those builder quests. However, I must know what a safe does. It literally just costs 50 metal block 2. And metal block 2 has a durability of 7, and the safe has a durability of 9. And also we've got the wheel, and back in there. So what does the synth do? Let me guess, absolutely nothing useful. It's just the radio. Oh, come on. It literally just plays the normal radio stuff. And this wire wheel is in fact just a fancy looking small wheel. Like, look at it. They are just kind of the same. Is there any difference in stats? It is lighter. I don't honestly think that's a good thing for a wheel. I think that might just mean that it'll sort of hop around a lot more. But sure, looks better, I guess. And last but not least, a safe. It has a total of 6 slots in it. Why is it so bad? Why is storage so bad in this game? Let me guess. It's really heavy. Yeah. The suspension does not like it. If we put it in, it will just immediately collapse, probably. Might be good for building a wall out of, though, to be honest, with that durability. Because, I mean, a durability of 9 is ridiculous. I don't even have metal 3 available to make. I think I have some lying around. But that has durability of 8. So, it's tougher than metal 3. And I'm not going to go through and check literally everything's durability. But off the top of my head, that puts it on the same level as warehouse keys and not much else. So, if you have a bunch of metal block 2, you honestly might be better off making them into a bunch of safes just to protect stuff, because that is a lot of durability. That is like farm bots can't reasonably destroy it levels of durability. So honestly, that would make a great farm defense. And I have been rambling on far too long on this one. It is probably time that I end the video. So thank you for watching. Don't get distracted, go subscribe now, and until next time, goodbye.